Hey guys, it's Gator Talks a Lot. Today I'm going to be looking at and reviewing some popular dog food brands I've seen online. I'll be going through their ingredient lists and ranking them based on what I would feel comfortable feeding my own dogs. Just to be clear, I am not a vet. I've taken a very basic animal nutrition course and have spent a lot of my own time researching. If I say something you disagree with, please feel free to leave a respectful comment and correct me. This is just a simple personal list based on my own opinions and what I might choose for my dogs. I know pet food can be a super controversial topic, and I am totally open to having a nice conversation about it in the comments. Before we get into it, just to make it fair, I'm only going to be reviewing kibble formulas. I know. I personally believed canned, fresh, or raw options are better for our dogs. But let's be real, kibble is the most affordable and accessible option for a lot of people. And that is what most people feed on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to be sticking with a dry food review for now. The first 5 dog kibble brands I saw I decided to review. Here's who made the cut. Purina 1, Open Farm, Costco's Kirkland, Pedigree, and Blue Buffalo. Now I will be going through each one, checking out the ingredients, seeing what is really in these bags, and ranking them based on what I would actually consider feeding my own dogs. First up is Purina 1 Large Breed Adult Formula. Before we get into the ingredient list, I have to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of this one, simply because it comes from Nestle Purina Pet Care, which is part of a huge corporation. In my personal experience, the bigger the factory, the harder it is to monitor quality. You also run a higher risk of cross-contamination, especially when they are cranking out multiple different formulas under one roof. Now let's look at the ingredients. The first ingredient is chicken. Sounds good, right? But here's the issue. It does not say what part of the chicken. Are we talking chicken breast, gizzards, feet, feathers? Who knows? And that's my problem. When it is vague like this, you have no idea what your dog is actually eating. The second ingredient is rice flour. Now, rice flour itself is technically safe for dogs, but it does break down into sugar. So I kind of see it as doggy fast food. It's okay every now and then, but it's not something I would like to rely on the daily if I can help it. The third ingredient is chicken byproduct. Again, what part of the chicken? Then we got whole grain wheat, and personally, I don't think dogs need grain at all, and soybean meal, which can be rough on doggy digestive systems. It leads to bloating and gas. After that, the rest of the ingredient list kind of blurs into a bunch of fillers, supplements, and things your dogs probably do not need in a perfect world. My takeaway? It looks like this food gets most of its crude protein not from the meat, but from the added supplements and fortified minerals, which your dog could get naturally from raw or fresh sources. So yeah, this one isn't my favorite. Next up is Open Farm. And I've looked into this brand before, and I'm even thinking about switching my dogs to their canned recipes. Today, I'm reviewing their homestead turkey and chicken grain-free kibble. What I love about this company is their transparency. They tell you where each ingredient is sourced and how humane it is, thanks to the GAP, Global Animal Partnership Standards. First ingredient is GAP's Step 1 turkey from Pennsylvania. Ethically sourced, no antibiotics. I still wish I knew which part of the turkey, but I can at least trace the source. Second, humanely raised chicken. Again, I love these standards. Third, ocean whitefish meal. This is awesome for omega-3s. Then there's russet potatoes. Not my favorite, a bit starchy and fillery, and some dogs have sensitivities, but what I love most, I recognize every ingredient on the list. And there is no corn, wheat, or soy. I'm not putting weird junk into my dog's body. I know what they are eating, and that is huge. It builds a lot of trust with the company. Next up is Costco's Kirkland Signature Adult Formula Chicken, Rice, and Vegetable. And honestly, I'm surprisingly a fan. It's made by Diamond Pet Foods, which I think do a pretty good job at making healthier, affordable recipes. Quality without breaking the bank. The first 5 ingredients are chicken, chicken meal, whole grain brown rice, cracked pearled barley, and chicken fat. Honestly, that's a solid start. That being said, I still wish I knew which part of the chicken I was getting, and also dogs really don't need rice. It processes into sugar for them, so while it is not awful, it is not ideal either. Overall, not perfect, but for the price, it's pretty awesome. Next up is Pedigree Adult roasted chicken, rice, and vegetable flavored dog food. And yes, you heard that correctly. Flavored. No actual chicken or veggies, just flavors. I will be real with you, I have a personal vendetta against this brand. They slap chicken and vegetables on the front of their bag, tricking people into thinking it's a steal, when really they're stealing from you and your dog's health. The first ingredient is ground whole grain corn. Not even meat. Just high carb, low nutrient, filler dog food that gives your dog fake energy. Second is meat and bone meal, which is spooky because they do not specify what animal that meat and bone is coming from. Third is soybean meal. Again, hard to digest and a gas grenade for most dogs. Honestly, I don't think I need to go any further. This food is absolute garbage. Your dog deserves better. Finally, we are looking at Blue Buffalo's Life Protection Formula chicken and brown rice recipe. The first 5 ingredients are pretty solid. Deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, and barley. I'm personally not a huge fan of the grains for dogs, but I will admit these are a better quality grain than what you see in other brands. I'd say this is a solid starter food. In my opinion, it's pretty on par with Kirkland, a decent option if you are looking for something balanced and accessible. What I really appreciate about Blue Buffalo is that they've gotten millions of people to actually pay attention to what they are feeding their dogs. Their whole Dogs and Wolves Have the Same Biology campaign was very effective. Got people thinking, and honestly, I'm here for it. I love seeing their ads on TV. Overall, it is an okay choice. Not perfect, but way better than a lot of junk out there. Alright, here's the final ranking if I had to feed these to my dogs. Firstly is Open Farm, simply because they are super ethical and I recognize every ingredient going in the bag. I love how transparent they are with the customer. Second is Blue Buffalo. Third is Kirkland. Fourth is Purina 1. And fifth is Pedigree. While kibble is not the best option for your dog, it is the most cost effective for most people. Just remember you can rehydrate it with water or broth and make it easier on your dog's digestive system. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, and I truly appreciate your support. If you are into animal rescue content, cage builds and setups, animal nutrition education, and just all around animal welfare goodness, please make sure to like and subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next. Thank you so much for watching, and please give your pets a treat from me.